What? Trying to reconnect to you. Oh my.
Home command, can you hear me? This is OVCM. This is OVCM reaching out, home command. Have you been able to make radio contact with any of the citizens?
We're out of service. Our radio contact service is not going through.
Home command, we need to put everything on lockdown now.
Program. Access main security. Access main program grid.
You didn't say the magic word.
We need to prepare for an attack.
We're ready to move forward with the counterattack. Do we know what they're after?
This looks to be a coordinated attack. It looks like they're trying to control and occupy all networks.
To hell with them. Let's go ahead and move forward with Operation Crossroads.
Good evening, everybody. This is OVCM. I was wanting to bring to you an important message tonight. It's Father's Day 2024, so first I want to start off with saying Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. All the fathers who have worked hard for everything they got in this world. I wish you peace. I wish you nothing but happiness. I wish you strength. I wish you the best, okay? It is hard out there being a dad. It's hard out there being a parent in general. You know, that's kind of why I bring you guys this message, because as a parent, we have a lot of responsibilities. Safety, education, well-being, mentorship, whatever it might be. We have a lot of responsibilities. And, you know, this November, we have a very big responsibility. You know, this November I think is pretty important. I think we're really fighting for the soul of our country, if you think about it. You know, and it just goes a long way to show that everything that we do here at OVCM matters. Everything matters. You know, this is the information war, and you're going to hear me say that a lot. You know, really, to me, you know, the reason why I call this the information war, the reason why it is the information war, I see a lot of similarities between just operations in 2014 when Ukraine was secretly invaded by little green men, to January 6th when people were storming the Capitol trying to make it look like a protest, and it wasn't really a protest. It was an assault, a hidden assault inside of a protest. And the reason why I bring you this message, the reason why I built OVCM, is because I see a lot of similarities to what the Russians do and how they operate. And that's exactly what I saw on January 6th. You know, it was really very concerning. You know, I was driving down the street, I'll be honest with you guys, I was on my way to go buy a gun, and I was driving down the street and I was listening to the madness on the radio. I didn't even have to watch it on TV. I heard enough through the radio. I knew exactly what type of attack it was, just listening to how the things were playing out. And it's just very concerning because it's a tactic, a hybrid warfare tactic. You know, nobody wants to claim responsibility. MAGA doesn't want to blame Trump for January 6th, and Trump doesn't want to blame the insurrectionists on January 6th. Nobody wants to take responsibility, and nobody really wants to acknowledge why they was there. But, you know, I'm not stupid. You know, if I got two eyes, I got a brain, you know, I'm free thinking. I could think for myself. It's really, it's just crazy, to be honest with you. January 6th was a very coordinated attack. And to try to overshadow it, to try to downplay it like it was nothing, is just a very dangerous road to take. So, just that's the whole reason why I created OVCM, because I saw the events on there, and you watch Ukraine, you watch January 6th, you watch just a series of events that have led up to those two instances, and it's very similar. They're very similar to each other, and you kind of look behind the curtains, behind the scenes, the deep state, some of you want to call it, and it all ties back to Vladimir Putin, to be honest with you. And I'm going to tell you this, he's a very dangerous man. Okay, anybody who's watched Russian operations long enough knows the more confidence you give them, the more leverage you give them, the more negotiating you try to give them, the more concessions you try to give them, the more dangerous they become. Ukraine already ceded its territory in 2014. And, Russia tried to downplay the situation by not launching full combat operations. We had secret undercover missions going on in Crimea to rescue soldiers, to take back airports in Donetsk. It was pretty wild over there. But, to the media, nobody knew really what was going on in Ukraine. We had some legendary battles going on down in 2014, 2015, 2016. Nobody knew. Because I think Russia played the role perfectly. Downplay the situation. Don't talk about it a lot. Don't do too much to get people talking. And then, 2022, they had a choice. Wait for Trump to be president and take Ukraine as a whole. It just kind of crazy. I'm gonna connect a couple dots for you, because somebody's gonna be in the comments trying to prove me wrong, and I'm not a dumbass. Okay, so really, up to the whole. I don't know. You just think about the way Trump acted throughout his presidency. NATO needs to pay 2%. NATO needs to pay their 2%. We shouldn't come fight for NATO. He said it all 4 years. What happens as soon as he realizes he's not going to be in office? He launches an attack on the Capitol. Putin goes balls blazing on Ukraine. Sends his whole fucking army over there. You think it's a coincidence that he was pointing out the deficiencies in NATO and saying America's not going to come support NATO? It's not a coincidence. Because what's going to happen was, if Trump won the presidency, Putin was just going to spearhead Ukraine. Ukraine wasn't going to have no support or anything. So Ukraine would be gone. And then Russia would be right there on the eastern flank, launching gray zone warfare attacks or hybrid attacks with migrants or whatever you want to call it. They're going to be doing whatever they can to push the issue of NATO. Russia's doctrine is strictly escalation. That's a very dangerous doctrine. One of the most dangerous on the planet. The most dangerous on the planet. It's a doctrine that should not be underestimated. But that's going to be the way they play it. Escalation, 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 until they're able to make an intrusion or make a wedge in between NATO. Whether it's the Suwalki Gap or Gotland Island next to Sweden and Finland, it's going to be one of them. And with Trump sitting there saying, we're not going to come defend NATO until they pay their 2%, is just laying the groundwork for Russia to launch a full-blown invasion of NATO and restore the Soviet Union. Why do you think they launched the Blitzkrieg after Ukraine? Why do you think Trump launched January 6th? Because he had to stay in power to get this shit rolling, to make this plan work out. For who? Why? For who? It all leads back to one man. And, that's why we're here, to fight the information war, because that's a very dangerous man. It's somebody you should not underestimate at all. You should never underestimate your adversary, because the second you do, they will have the advantage. So you should watch their actions very closely. And, I try to watch our adversaries' actions very closely. And, that's the reason why I do this, because I want you guys to be informed. I want you guys to be able to make the best decisions to keep your family safe. Because to be honest with you, you know, on an international stage, you know, it's really America, a few other people who have the power to stop a fucking an army built for violence, an army built for raping and pillaging. Only America and a few other countries have the power to stop it without having to use nuclear weapons. But the one military in the world that rages on and can't bring an end to this war even after 600,000 deaths that they're about to eclipse is the only one who's threatening people with nukes and threatening to end the world as we know it. And that's the Russian Federation. And the reason why I bring you guys this video is because the Russian Federation has ties with several people in the GOP, and they have ties with several people in the Trump administration as a whole. Okay? Trump is a very well-groomed candidate. Very well-groomed. He's able to attack every law, every institution. You know, everybody has good lawyers. Elena Haba, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen from a professional. But other than that, you know, everybody got good lawyers. But there's a certain way you bend and twist the law. And I think he's been pretty good at it. And I only think, you know, there's only one adversary that I think really knows everybody's rules better than themselves. I've seen them tie a lot of people's hands, and that's the Russians. You know, I don't you know, y'all got to come up some good shit in the comments if you think I'm wrong. But, you know, the Russians are very good at twisting people's words against them, escalating the situation, and using propaganda to their advantage. They're very good at it. And the reason why I say that is because if they're the ones, you know, I just wouldn't think Trump would go to the extent that he went to on January 6th unless he had some international support, some type of foreign support telling him, yeah, man, this is exactly what you need to do. This is exactly how they're going to react, and this is exactly how you need to handle it. Because one of the most important cases, the Georgia election interference case, is possibly going to be postponed until after the election. You know, it's one of the most important cases. I've been trying to keep up with it, hoping that they don't get it postponed, but I mean, it looks like these motherfuckers figured it out. So it's important that we don't underestimate our adversaries, especially a presidential candidate who's okay with threatening violence every time he doesn't get what he wants, who's okay with threatening political persecution every time he has a court case. Those are things that we heard from Xi Jinping before he became a dictator. Same things we heard from Hitler before he became a dictator. And same things we hear now from our own presidential candidate. Before what? That's why I'm making this video. Because I'm trying to tell you before it's too late. Trump is a very dangerous man. Very dangerous. I believe he has everything planned out. You know, you may see another January 6th. An attack similar to it. You think about it. When you win a fight, do you really learn a whole lot? Or are you just going back to your boys saying, yeah, I beat his ass. He took an L. But when you lose, you're like, man, he hit me with an uppercut and a roundhouse kick. Yeah, you're going to be thinking about it, strategizing. Well, I'm going to block that roundhouse kick, and I'm going to make sure he doesn't uppercut me again. So just think, Trump's this angry, he got all this court going on, has all these supporters saying he's just like Jesus Christ. All these people, Elon Musk supporting him. He wants to get on TikTok. He wants interviews on Fox News. He wants interviews on CNN. I mean, he's a convicted felon, ladies and gentlemen, for sexual harassment, fraud. I mean, my black ass, if I had 54 convictions, they would never hire me. If I had 34 felony convictions, they would never hire me. And that's the problem. Some people want to make an excuse for Trump, but they wouldn't make the same excuse for somebody of a different color. And that's why you're secretly racist. Okay? So stomach that and then tell everybody where you got your abs from. Because you might be secretly racist if you think Trump should walk off without any punishment, but you don't think the same if it was Obama or my black ass. Because everybody wants to point out George Floyd's fucking rap sheet, but nobody wants to point out Donald Trump's. Why? It's called white privilege. And just, I bring you guys this video tonight because in the information space, we see the enemy, the Republican Party, MAGA, Trump, the people who don't like freedom and democracy, the people who think we all should bow to tyranny, the people who think you should vote for Trump just because, I don't know, because they think it's a witch hunt. It's not a fucking witch hunt, dude. He has so many fucking court cases, it can't be a witch hunt. I mean, y'all been crying fucking witch hunt since the first fucking day in office. So how long has it been a witch hunt? Fucking 8 years? 8 years of a witch hunt? This is one hell of a witch hunt. I don't even think the Salem witch trials lasted this fucking long. But bring you guys tonight, we're going to be initiating an Operation Crossroads to help phase out some of the propaganda and misinformation and lies and bootlicking, ass kissing, and fucking dick hopping shit that you hear every day in the media. You see it on your Facebook feeds. Trump's running ads on YouTube. He joins TikTok and gets 5 million followers. Is there even 5 million people using TikTok? I know there is. But I'm saying, they're trying to take control of all the realms of information. This is the information war. And they're trying to make him the top topic throughout the summer because he's going to be going through court throughout the summer. He has a couple more cases coming up. So it's going to be a hell of a road for him till November. Okay, the road is very mucky for Trump till November. And we're going to be sure it stays that way because it needs to stay that way. And to all the dads out there who are thinking about voting for him, who thinks he's going to make your country better, he's not. But some of you might be willing to listen to his lies and may be inspired by him. Most of us are not. Anybody with kids who go to the park every day and, just try to make life better every day, or who just want a brighter future. Anybody who loves their kids can look at the things Trump says and, just think I don't want my kid fucking growing up like that motherfucker. I don't know. I don't want my son growing up disrespecting women, thinking it's okay to do illegal shit all day. I mean, fuck. I don't know. Convicted felons can't even get jobs, and y'all over here trying to fucking make this motherfucker the president. And I just think it's really fucked up, the shit that all these superstars, all these criminals are trying to do. 50 Cent want to come out here and say blacks are for Trump because of his RICO charges. Well, I ain't got no RICO charges, 50. So to me, you look like an Uncle Tom vouching for this motherfucker who doesn't give a fuck about you. Some of y'all are on some Uncle Tom ass shit. Now I'm going to keep it real. We got black churches out here saying Trump, nobody's ever been to the hood. Nobody's ever been to the hood to support our community. And you turn around and the whole church is white. Okay, no offense, but I'm sorry, the hood's not white. We all know that. Okay? So keep it real with yourselves, America. Guess what some of you need to start doing? You need to keep it real with yourself because you've been lying to yourself. You've been lying to your families. You've been lying to God. You've been lying to your children. And it's time to stop. The truth will set you free. And the children don't deserve to be lied to. And the children definitely don't deserve to grow up in a country like fucking Russia or fucking China. God forbid. If some of you knew what these dictators were capable of, what they did, you wouldn't even think about voting for Trump. But y'all think this is political persecution? Go ahead, get his ass in office, and you'll see political persecution, and then he's gonna drag your ass out in the street and persecute you for whatever the fuck he wants, just because he's in a bad fucking mood. That's what dictators fucking do. This is OVCM, built to fight the information war, because it matters. We're on all platforms because it matters. We're going to be here until Trump loses because it matters. This is built for the citizens because it matters. And you guys, a couple of details on this operation. We'll be posting signs across the city, fighting against the misinformation and lies that you see on a daily basis. On your phone, on your Facebook feed, on your Twitter feed, on your TikTok feed. We're going to be fighting against it because some of you are bold-faced fucking liars, and I just can't sit here and not do my part for my country. I mean, y'all trying to convince everybody to vote for a dictator. If I can convince one or two people, no, man, he's not, just rethink your decisions, man. Actually, you know what? Just don't vote. If I can convince one or two people, then, maybe Trump loses by 1 or 2 votes. Your votes matter. It's just kind of funny. I don't know. It's going to come bite you on the ass. I think, man, some people spend all season telling you, your votes don't matter, your votes don't matter. And then as soon as they want this motherfucker to win, they're like, we got your vote for Trump, right? I'm just like, but you told me last week it didn't fucking matter. So what the fuck are you, I don't know. So you guys, Operation Crossroads is going to be an extensive operation across the whole city of Louisville. We'll be putting signs at some of the major intersections, some of the busiest intersections, some of the intersections with the longest wait times imaginable. 3 minutes, 5 minutes. If you got any spots that you could think of, let me know. But these signs are going to be strategically placed across the city, across the state, just simply stating the truth. Because you really can't run from the truth. And, I got nothing to say but the truth. I ain't got nothing to hide. Just here to bring you guys the truth, bring you guys the facts from the direct source. And the fact of the matter is Trump's not a candidate. He's a convicted fucking felon. And the fact of the matter is, if it was Barack Obama's black ass, wouldn't nobody give him a fucking chance. And I didn't like Obama. So don't be coming to my fucking comments saying this is Obama's 4th fucking term. This is his 3rd fucking term. I don't like Obama, and I didn't vote for Joe fucking Biden. But I'm going to tell you this. I'm not ready to sacrifice my freedoms for an orange fucking motherfucker. That just ain't happening. So, guys, I'll be posting some pictures of the signs and stuff that we got, displays and everything. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys subscribe to the page. Turn your notifications on. We'll be coming out doing some live videos here soon. Just you guys, I'm not going to rough edit this too much. I'm not going to edit this video too much. I just want it to be the honest truth. I just try to keep it as real as possible with you guys. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I appreciate y'all's support. I appreciate everybody who's been reaching out to me and giving me encouragement. And I appreciate all y'all's subscriptions. It really meant a lot. I asked for you guys to get me to 50 subscribers so we can go live. Y'all did it in less than 14 days. And, that really kind of meant a lot to me. Kind of makes me feel pretty special because I'm on my personal Facebook page telling people, like, I need you to subscribe. I need you to subscribe. And people probably like, man, LaVon's just on some bullshit. But, y'all back me up. And I appreciate that. And that's what OVCM's about. Neighbors looking out for neighbors. communities looking out for communities, Americans looking out for Americans. So I appreciate everything you guys do. Please subscribe to the channel, give us a like, turn on your notifications, and feel free to follow me on any of the pages. Thank you guys, and have a great night, and happy Father's Day.